Hey everyone, welcome back to Salt and Pepper Pickleball, where we bring that pickle en pasión. Today, we're going to be talking about the JOOLA Hyperion 3S, the Simone Jardine edition. Now, before I start this review, I would like to give you guys some insight on why you haven't seen me do a JOOLA review until now. So when I started pickleball, it was during the time that JOOLA Paddle was going through the whole delisting phase. I was a little biased during that time because every court I played on, I was the only player not playing with the JOOLA Paddle. I didn't understand how everyone loved these paddles that were known for their core crushing issues, breaking down early, and then their delamination issues that they had going on at that time. I always remembered hearing the JOOLA owners complain about their paddles, but then all of a sudden they would still play with it even broken because it's a JOOLA and they spent so much money on it. So after thinking about starting a channel and everything like that, I reached out to a reviewer that I had been following on YouTube for a while, and honestly I didn't even think he'd respond to me, but I asked a couple of questions and he was nice enough to reach back out, respond, and it was great. But during those conversations, we ended up on the JOOLA topic, and I gave my insight on what I knew as the known facts of the time and of the paddle. And gave him my personal opinion on how expensive the paddle is, and I felt that it wasn't worth the hype. But I'm just a regular dude, and I don't really buy into like the whole name brand things, and I don't really care about keeping up with the Joneses. But this reviewer definitely opened up my eyes to the fact that JOOLA is one of the biggest brands out there. And no matter what, someone will always ask, how does such and such paddle play compared to the JOOLA? So after my conversation with him, unfortunately, I haven't heard from him again, and I feel like my opinion on JOOLA at the time ruined the opportunity to become friends with this guy. So if you're watching out there, I just want to apologize and say thank you for humbling me. Thank you for teaching me to keep an open mind, and guess what? Now I own my own JOOLA, and I'm truly impressed. So now, with that being said, let's jump into this review. So starting off with the specs, this is going to be a traditional elongated paddle that has the arrow curve. And it's going to be 16.5 inches long. The width here is a consistent 7.5 inches wide. The grip length measured from the base of the butt cap to where the tape meets the throat, 5.5 inches. The grip circumference is that happy 4.25. This came in stock weight right at 8 ounces, but I weighted it up to 8.45 by adding some of Pickleball Effects tuning tape to the paddle right here at the throat on both sides. And this is 3 inches of their 0.5 gram per inch. And that's how I was able to bump that up along with the edge guard and the over grip, which adds a little bit of weight as well. So the face material on this is going to be carbon fiber, and this is pretty cool because it has a dual layer of foam that goes around the face or the head of the paddle. And this also has a 16 millimeter polypropylene core. And it's also my understanding that the only difference between the 3S and the Pro 4 is just the weighting right here, in the corners. Thankfully enough, I actually added it to right there, and similarly, this should play similar to a Pro 4. And actually by adding that weight down here, it actually brought the sweet spot from the top down a little bit more, just like you'll find in the Pro 4s. So I've been told. So first off, the look. JOOLA always nails it on their design. Even when I was a little bit biased against the company, I always liked the way the JOOLAs looked. I liked the lines, I liked the colors. I felt that even though their name, of course, is on the paddle, I felt that it was very minimal compared to some other brands. So to me, this paddle looks nice and clean and has a very professional vibe to it. But I love that it's not over the top flashy. It feels like a paddle that just means business. When I first picked it up, it felt really balanced. Not too head heavy, not too head light. It really felt like that balance was somewhere like happy in the middle of the paddle right here. So the 3S shape just felt nice, and it also felt stable in my hand when I picked it up as well. It's kind of got a sweet spot that it lives right in between control and pop. And that made me feel like, okay, this is actually going to be a little fun. But once I got this on the court, I immediately noticed the feel off the face. It's got such great touch, and it's so soft. Dinks were super easy. Volleys felt super crisp out of the air. And when you drive, you definitely hear that specific JOOLA boom when you actually hit it right. It's got just enough pop to finish a point without feeling uncontrollable. So the spin and control, let's talk spin first. Because with the JOOLA's carbon friction surface, the paddle brings some salsa to the court. The Hyperion 3S does not disappoint. I was able to roll balls in with ease and really shape my shots. And honestly, my favorite shot to do is the swing volley. I love taking those overhead lobs or high balls right out of the air. And honestly, this helped me to really keep those balls in the court and really shape them and really hit my opponent's feet when I wanted to. So whether you're throwing in topspin drives or just trying to hit those nasty slice returns, this paddle will give you great bite on the ball. Now, if you're coming from a power paddle, this isn't gonna be a rocket launcher. And that's honestly not a bad thing, you guys. It's more of a controlled power vibe, meaning that what you put into it is what you get out of it, but with control. Or, better way of saying it, you can swing confidently and still keep the ball in. Amazing. But on defense, that's where I really like this paddle. It's soft enough to reset easily and get back into the point. I felt that when I was getting hard balls hit at me, this paddle actually absorbed some of that power and it didn't just spring back off and gave my opponents a nice high ball for them to just put away or to slam back in my chest. So I felt that this absorbed, had some dwell time to it, took some of the pace, and actually if you just blocked the ball, it actually just went dribbling right back over the net in order to give yourself a nice defensive dink. So this paddle was originally $250 and is now selling on JOOLA's website for $199. But if you like finding deals like I do, you can head over to hometownpickleball.com, and these paddles are currently selling for $175. But if you watch their YouTube videos, John the owner drops a discount code that can bring it down like it did for me, just a little bit more. And with every paddle that you order from hometownpickleball.com, you actually get a nice little edge guard, goes halfway down on either side, and you also get a cool overgrip. It does have their logo and it does have their name on it, but honestly, the paddle's in your hand, nobody's gonna notice anyway. And the overgrip actually feels like a cross between a Yonex overgrip and a Wilson overgrip. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like it has the grippiness and the durability of an actual Wilson grip, but it also has that thickness or that little bit of cushion that you get from a Yonex overgrip. So who is this paddle going to be for? I think that this is going to be for competitive and serious pickleball players looking for a paddle that offers a premium blend of power, control, and spin. I think advanced players are going to be happy with this paddle, as you've seen on the PPA. And then I think experienced beginners aiming to get a quality paddle to help hone in or support their developing skills are really going to like this at the same time. Overall, the Simone Jardine edition paddle feels built for players who want to perform at their best with a reliable, stable, and a paddle that is designed for top level play. So overall, man, I had a blast play testing this paddle. I think that a lot of players are going to enjoy what JOOLA's done with the 3S. But now I know that they did come out with the JOOLA 3S duals, and I actually have that one coming in the mail, and it is the Simone Jardine. And I heard that the only difference between that one and this one is just the grittiness off the face. But to not let that fool you. Even though this one is a little bit grittier, the other one still has just as much spin to it. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. So if you've tried the Hyperion 3S, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share this review with your pickleball crew. So this is Salt and Pepper Pickleball, bringing you that pickle and pasión. See you guys next time, and guys, remember, always keep laughing, always keep smiling, and play pickle with pasión.